about that? The close to my room. Good morning and welcome back to another insightful episode of Abuja Security Spectrum. I'm your host, Abdulkarim Adeyemi, and today we turn our focus to a recent incident that has gripped the nation and sparked crucial conversations about the unintended consequences of military actions. In our pursuit of security, sometimes mistakes happen and the consequences are severe. Today, we dissect an unfortunate event in Kaduna State that unfolded during what was supposed to be a terrorist during what was supposed to be a routine mission against terrorists. Let's dive into the details and explore the aftermath, seeking answers and solutions. But firstly, let's understand the context of the incident. In Ligama, a community in Kaduna State, a drone strike was aimed at terrorists, took an unexpected turn, resulting in civilian casualties during a religious celebration. The defense headquarters defended the operation, but the consequences have left many questioning the accountability of our military officials. According to Major General Edward Buba, the Director of Defense Media Operations, terrorists often hide themselves among civilians, making it very challenging for military to distinguish between friend and foe. But does this rationale justify the loss of innocent lives? To help unravel these complexities, I'm joined by an esteemed security expert. Let's hear his insights on the incident, the challenges faced by armed forces, and the need for a delicate balance between security measures and civilian protection. Welcome, Mr. Patrick. Good morning.
Thank you, Mr. Karim. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I trust you're good too.
I'm fine.
All right, so Mr. Patrick, let's quickly delve into this discussion. What are your take on this incident?
Yeah, the incident in Kaduna, firstly, we should express our condolences to the family of the people and their souls rest in peace.
Amen.
Moving forward, I think it was an unfortunate incident. It's not condemnable. It is regretting that the nation is witnessing such huge tragedy because from the last count, the death toll from that incident alone is about 120, 130. As in the newspaper report are quoting different figures, though the National Emergency Management Agency NEMA said they only recorded 86 deaths. Even if it is 20 deaths, the fact is human life, we lost people died in the incident, which is regrettable. So I think at this junction, I think it is important for the top echelon of the military to sit down and reflect on this, because this is not the first time that the nation will be witnessing this. This is not the first time we are going to be recording such incident, as in it has not become, it's gradually becoming a norms in military operation, because accident we call it unintended accidental discharge. And this thing
claiming a lot of
lives, and if this thing continues to happen, it will erode the confidence of the people as in the military, which is not even good for the military. I think at this junction, I'm expecting him by now. He should have set up a high power committee, as in that will investigate, that will get to the root of this matter. Not only investigate, because the previous government also set up investigation panel to unravel the circumstances beyond such incident. But I think with this, I think they should go a step further, not just investigation. People should take responsibility. I want to believe that people should take responsibility, because if people didn't, if people don't take responsibility, that will not, as in it, that means it will bound to happen again. People should take responsibility. That should be a penalty for it, because someone sanctioned that operation, and whoever it is should take responsibility. That's what I believe. That is what it should be done.
No, all right. I love the last part when you said some persons should be held accountable. Like people should pay for. Some people should be responsible.
Yes.
To take the fall for whatever tragedy that may happen in this regard. And I think it's not the. This is a drone that we are talking about, drone attack, and this is bombing, right? And before that could be authorized, there has to be some intelligence that said, okay, according to our intelligence report, we feel that making this particular move is going to be is the only solution that we have. And I think when it comes to civilian lives, a lot of things need to be properly vetted. A lot of intelligence needs to have taken place before you could sanction an attack that claims almost over 150 people.
Nice.
You have to be very careful. Civilian lives come first. You can't be killing the civilians you're supposed to be protecting. Now, okay, the terrorists, they are like how many? They are probably not as many as the people that died.
You know, Mr. Karim, from the eyewitness account of that incident,
Okay.
there was a religious procession going on,
Yes.
as in
Yes.
Idel, I don't know, there was a religious procession going on when that incident happened. So from the eyewitness account, when the first attack, when the first bomb dropped, as in it dropped on the people in that procession. So so do you know that the bomb dropped from the eyewitness account? Now the bomb dropped two times. The first time and the second time. What I want to point out there is, if the first one was a mistake, why dropping the second one? Why dropping two, as in just simultaneous, as in like that?
Yeah.
Yes. Why? Let's say that the first one was a mistake. What about the second one? Which shouldn't be. What about the second one? And the eyewitness account said 3 times the bomb dropped. Three times. So I think someone should take, like what you said, someone should take responsibility for it. But I heard that I was listening to Chief of Defense Staff General Musa saying that there will be a compensation. They are going to compensate people. I think beyond I think beyond compensation, as in people should say as in, I want Nigerian military to show professionalism on this matter, because I think beyond the compensation, people I want to see people take responsibility for it, because I also believe that before the military set out for that military action, they might have gathered their intelligence, as in they have intelligence on what, as in I don't want to believe that they just woke up one day and said, let's go to Dumbiri and go and attack. As in, I want to believe that they've done their homework very well, and I don't want to believe that what happened at Dumbiri was a deliberate act. I don't want. I will not subscribe to that. I'm not going to read any meaning to.
No, if you don't want to go into that account, because what other explanation would you say except unprofessionalism? What other what other thing can you say in this regard? Because now
I don't want us. I don't want us to read meaning into it.
It's obvious. We have to. This is people's life we're talking about. Compensation, no matter how much it can never replace a human life. Do you know that?
I agree.
Yeah. So this is human lives that we are talking about. And if people don't start taking responsibility, this is going to continue happening. Just like you said, it's happening in so many states already, like 3 or 4 states. This is not the first, second time it's happening. And people's lives are lost each time.
Yes.
So this is not about okay, it's a mistake. This kind of mistake should not be happening.
When mistake keep repeating, and when you keep repeating mistake, it becomes norms.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, what I was saying earlier is that this is our military. This is Nigerian military that we are talking about.
Okay.
It's not that we have outside, as in it's not that it's Ghana military or the other country that came to Nigeria and attack our people. This is our military, and the fundamental objective for the military is to protect the integrity, the territorial integrity of the country, which include the people. Yeah. So I don't want to believe that the military will just set out from their barrack, from their operation, and just say, let's go and attack
then
people.
Then you would have to provide perhaps another excuse for them.
I'm not making an excuse for them. It's not going to happen.
It's sounding like an excuse.
No, it's not going to happen. I want to believe that this is a mistake. But what I'm saying now is that from this mistake, someone has to take responsibility for it, even in the face of the mistake.
Yes, and I'm saying this is not a mistake. This is just pure unprofessionalism, because it's pure, lack in adequate intelligence. Pure lack of professionalism, pure, everything is wrong, which is not supposed to be. If we don't trust if we can't trust the military to say, okay, a huge number of people is in Galadima Junction, for example, and they're supposed to bomb, for example, Guarimpa. Even me at Galadima Junction, I'm not even sure I'm safe, because what if they miss? What if they're supposed to target Guarimpa and targeted so it's about, we are not trusting them now. So it's not about the mistake. The first bomb, I give you that. The first bomb was a mistake. What about the second? What about the third?
That's what I'm saying. I think we are still on the same page. The thing here is, the military said that was a mistake, that it was not supposed to happen. Yes, accepted. Now, going a step further now, how do we make sure that such thing didn't happen again? Because it has happened, I said it earlier, that it has happened in Gombe State, in Borno State. It happened in Borno State, it happened in Yobe State.
And it has also happened in
Kaduna. Before, it has happened in Kaduna. Though this thing has been happening. So how do we make sure that, and from all the previous incidents that has happened, no one has taken a fall for it. Yes. No one has been sacked. So no one has been shown the way out that you are responsible for this. You are you should take the responsibility. I think if we don't do that, if the government of the day now did not do that, and okay, someone should take responsibility. I want to believe that someone order for that, as in authorize that, sanction it, authorize that operation. So the person that authorized that operation, whoever authorized that operation, should be able to come forward, to step forward and take responsibility for it. It's not a matter that should be swept under the carpet, like
with a few
compensation like the previous one. If you continue to part, as in to toe that line, as in to toe that part of just we in Nigeria we make noise a lot. When we make noise, maybe 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks, another thing we to die down, that thing will come up, we'll be talking different things. If you continue in that circle, we are not going to make any progress. What I'm saying here is that people, as in the commander-in-chief, which is the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, should step forward. He should show leadership at this junction and set up a committee, an independent committee, that will look into this matter. How do we make sure that this thing will not happen again? What are the things, as in, that should be a key recommendation that should be, as in, that will come out from that committee, that will address the issue? Because if you don't address this issue, if people did not take responsibility, as it is going to happen again, which is not good for the system, it's not good for the military, even for the image of the military, is not good, because like you said earlier, it will erode the public confidence in the military, in the ability of the military. And if that is happening, that means that we are not on the right track. I think it's even good for the military to come clean on this matter. It is transparency, so that people will have. It's about confidence building for the people. But even in the face of the mistake, someone should be able to take responsibility for it. That is what has been lacking since. Even like I said, the previous one that has happened, no one has taken responsibility for it. No one has been shown the way out of it. But in this one, the government of the day now should now step forward and show responsibility and show that they care for the people. Because the primary duty of the people, the primary constitutional duty of any government is protection of lives, property of life, and then the protection of lives and properties of the people. And if any government that failed in that direction, that means the government has failed totally. The government of the day, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, should set up a committee that will look into this matter.
All right. Okay. That's a very pretty much agreeable submission. The aftermath of this calamity has left communities devastated, survivors traumatized, and demands for accountability echoing nationwide. When we talk about these attacks, we should also look at the negative effect it has on these people. It's not about dying. What about those who are, who sustain some severe injuries, maybe lost some part of their bodies? What about those that are that will be traumatized for years now? What are the
in this kind of attack? See, yesterday I was looking at the pictures, the images, as in those pictures, as in they were gory pictures coming out from Kaduna State. I don't know, maybe studio airports show that pictures, because it reminds you when you look at those pictures, as in children, little children, as in even no matter how strong you are, you are going to feel, as in tears will start coming out from you, because it's not something that will just go away like that. As in, it's something that will keep reoccurring even in their mind for years to come, because this thing, you are seeing dead bodies everywhere. You are picking up a flesh of human being, picking it up as if you are picking yam, so those things. It's not something that is palatable to to hear or to see. But I think this is where government also come in again, because it goes, like you said earlier, it goes beyond paying compensation to people. No matter how you pay people, even if you are paying each person, each family, you are giving them 10 million naira, is not going, it's not going to replace the person that they've lost. I had one person, one single man alone said he lost 34 relatives, 34
in
that,
this bombing.
just in this bombing. You know, like I was saying here, it was a religion possession, and in that religious possession, and in the northern, all they are there. So it is very, very positive. 34. Imagine for a person, for
So
just
what kind
of compensation are you now going to give
such
that person? What are you going to be giving him 10 million naira for each soul that he lost? So it's not going to happen. So beyond the compensation, this is a time for government to show concern, to show the people that they really cared for them, to talk to them, to assure them that justice will be done in this matter. I think also we should also talk about addressing justice, because if we forget this thing, like as in people that are affected, we forget, maybe in 2-3 weeks government will be making the greatest mistake, as in it will be
which is going to lead me to my next question. Like, how can we assure that accountability is not just a promise but a reality?
That is where the civil society organization, the CSO, also come in to help us mount prayer on the government. That is where the National Assembly also, I think the National Assembly also should do their job, because in this is where you mount prayer on the executive, including the military. You know, in the National Assembly, you have committee on army, you have committee on defense, you have committee on aviation. This is where they should mount prayer on them to ensure that justice is done, to ensure that they are accountable for their action. Like I said earlier, whoever authorized that operation should be able to step forward and explain what transpired, what happened, what led to that horrible mistakes. If government just think that we can sweep this thing under the carpet, people will forget after 4-3 weeks, they will be making the greatest mistake.
Or perhaps they are the government, they
can do anything. They will be making the greatest mistake, because international communities are also watching us. They are looking at, they are watching how we are going to handle this, what come out of it, because it's not going to go away, because from international community, you have the Amnesty. I was reading a report from the Amnesty International this morning condemning what happened. No matter how you look at it, it's not a good image, as in it doesn't pretend us, as in it's not the image, as in the optics are not that good. So the government have to step in, government have to show responsibility, they have to show that they care, they have to investigate the matter and get to the root of the matter and ensure that justice is done, justice is served.
Yes, because it not only portrays the Nigerian military as incompetent to the Nigerian people, but it also portrays the military as incompetent in the international world. So I think it's very important that the military, just like you said, comes out to publicly announce their investigations and provide the parties responsible for these glaring mistakes, so that and tell us, promise that this sort of calamity will not be happening.
I still think what happened, the incident, the incident will not, for me personally, I don't think the incident will make me lose my confidence in the ability of our military.
You were not in the incident. You were not part of those that were bombed. You can't possibly put yourself in.
You have to give it to our military. They are one of the best military on this continent. You just have to give it to them. It's just that they have to come to the root of this matter. We have a military that is competent.
Perhaps we have a different notion on that, because when you say they are the best, well, of course,
they have proven that several times.
But yes, they have proven that over time, which also lead me to this question. So, what exactly is happening? Can we say that the military is having some issues in their inner circle? Should we say that the military is perhaps getting it wrong, or what exactly is wrong with the military? Is there an inner conflict in the military
that is what
affecting their
we are not on the inner side. We are not there.
Is there a possibility?
Anything can happen. We are not there, but from what we can only discuss on what happened on the field. We are not in the inner circle. We don't know what is going on behind the scene. But that is why I say that the government of the day, the commander in chief should step in at this junction, and set up a panel, a panel that is very, very independent, that cannot be micromanaged by anybody, so that they will get to the root. Or what you say cannot be ruled out. After all, they are human being like any, like they are human being like us.
Yes.
Even if there is conflict, if there is a disagreement among the top echelon of the military on how to handle operation, it should never affect. Yeah, it shouldn't affect the people. It shouldn't, because, and when you are, if something like that is happening, definitely it will have a negative effect on their operation.
Yes.
So it is the duty of the buck stop at one person table, which is the president, which is their commander in chief, to step in and just and set up